स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः प्रज्ञानाशुभ्रताने स्थिरचरनिखर व्यापिभिर्व्याप्य लोकान् भूत्वा भोगान् सविष्टान् पुनरपि धिषणोत् भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् स्वपिति मधुरभुङ् मायया भोजयन्नः माया संख्यातुरीयं परममृतभजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि यो विश्वात्मा विविध विषयान् प्राश्य भोगान् सविष्टान् पश्चाच्चान्यान् स्वमतिविभवान् ज्योतिषा स्वेन सूक्ष्मान् सर्वाण्येतान् पुनरपि शनैः स्वात्मनि स्थापयित्वा हित्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् विगतगुणगण आत्मसौनस्तुरीयः
Karika 5.
त्रिषु धामसु यद्भोज्यम् भोक्ता यश्च प्रकीर्तितः वेदैतदुभयं यस्तु स भुञ्जानो न लिप्यते
Now, the secondary result of knowing three types of bhokta, three types of bhogya is being given. Trishu dhamasu, we have seen this, except last aspect. Trishu dhamasu, in three places of different types of experience: waking, dream, and deep sleep state. Yad bhojyam, whatever that is meant for either enjoying or suffering, what we call for bhoga. That which is fit to be, that is enjoyed or suffered, fit for bhojyam. What are those? Sthula, Sukshma, Ananda. In the waking state, what we experience is the gross sense objects. In the dream state, we do experience sense object, but there are no corresponding gross objects outside. In the deep sleep state, what we enjoy is nothing but Ananda, Not nothing but Ananda Swarupa. Come on, why not? Ignorance is there. If nothing but Ananda Swarupa would have been there, we need not attend Mandukya Karika worship. So we experience Ananda, of course, coupled with ignorance. Coupled with ignorance. That is that. That means Bhojya is one, it is threefold. Is it not? Bhojya, all are to be enjoyed or suffered. But there are three categories, depending on the three states of consciousness: waking, dream, or deep sleep state. So yascha, again, yat bhojya. Not only that, yascha bhokta. After yascha, add ekaha. The one entity bhokta, but available in threefold ways. How? In you as an individual entity, how many bhoktas are there? I hope you know what is bhokta. One who undergoes all varieties of experiences, whether it is enjoying or suffering. How many are there? One only. But he plays three roles. What are three roles? Tell Mandukya. You know that is Vishwa, Taijasa, Paratma. Waker consciousness, dreamer consciousness, and sleeper consciousness. So that. But how do you say one bhukta is there? Look, who is Vishwa? Sthula bhuk. Equation book and all those things is there. One who experiences a gross object. Who is that? Taiyasa? Sukshma book. Vivekta book. Now this is the one who is enjoying, experiencing what? Subtle object. Ananda book. Who enjoys only Ananda with the experience. Are they not three different entities? How do you say one? You know the entity is one and the same, because I, who was awake, dreamt, slept, and again now awake. Do you take three different entities? No. My faculty of recollection, pratyabhijna. So we know one entity is in and through the three types of bhoktas. Bhokta is one but appears as three entities. So that is yascha ekaha. How do you say ekaha? Saha aham iti ekatvena anubhuyate. I am that entity. Who is that entity? Who was awake, who dreamt, who slept. Again now who is what? Awake. We don't take to be different entities. Suppose if different entities were there, what would have happened? Come on. What can be the outcome of it? Vedanta, we should think all these things. If, see, three different entities were there. Waker is one, dreamer is one, sleeper is one. What problem would have cropped? Look, you can't remember I am the one and the same. Because the one who was awake is different, one who is dreaming is different, one who is sleeping is different. One more problem would have come. You know what is that? Two bank accounts. One for waking state, other for dream state. Dream state said no problem. No bank required. No, not only that, no bank, no, two bank accounts, two houses, two kitchens, two types of foods. I don't know, two types of husbands. Entire family, different family. Sometimes you may dream yourself that bird family. So that, but one entity knows, that is what pratyabhidnya. Ya pratyabhidnyayate, Dakshinamurti Stotra. So that is the one entity that shows. See how fact. Bhagwan's creation, pakka. That's why, Taitya said, Sukritam. You know what Sukritam? Well done. Bhagwan himself said, well done, well done. You can never point out mistake in the creation. You know that? Banyan fruit falling down. So people think that Ishvara doesn't have sense of proportion. He is the only one who has got sense of proportion. Others are out of it. Okay. So that is ekaha prakrita. Further, yastu etadubhayam veda. Here it comes, pratyabhidnya comes here, what we have just now seen. The one entity who undergoes all the three types of experiences. Yastu etadubhayam. What is that etadubhayam? Bhojya and bhokta. Bhojya, thing to be indulged in, experience. One but threefold. Bhokta, the one who is undergoing experience, is one but threefold. Yastu etadubhayam Veda Saha, that person, Bhunjanaha Nalipyate. Nalipyate is not defiled, is not polluted in the sense, is not connected to what is experienced. This is what is the phala. What is that phala? See, look, we undergo three types of experiences. Waking, dream and sleep. Sukha, dukkha, and no dukkha, only ananda. Fine? Who is undergoing this experience? I means who? Jiva. Jiva. Now, Jiva undergoes experience. Jiva as a waker, dreamer and sleeper. But Jiva gets affected by them. Jiva, does he get affected by or not? When joy is there, he is elated. Otherwise, depressed, dejected. So that. But he says, Nalipyate, doesn't get defiled, doesn't get connected. Means that entity who undergoes experience must be distinct from what is experienced. Sun illumines the world. Sun is unconnected, unaffected by what is illumined. So a marriage procession is going, other place there is funeral procession is going. So what sun do? From one eye he is very happy, other eye is shedding tears, is it? No. Yes. What the illuminating principle is distinct and different from the illumined entity. So, I enjoy, I suffer. That entity Chaitanya, through what channel does it experience it? Vrittis. So vrittis. The experienced vrittis are distinct from what? The entity who undergoes at the altar of which this experience is found. What is that Chaitanya? What do you mean by at the altar of which that is what this bhogas or experience falls, without which these experiences are not possible. If Chaitanya were not there, you cannot have experience of happiness or sorrow. Is it not? So therefore, this Chaitanya is distinct from all vrittis which either give you joy or sorrow. Afterward, Bhashyakara is going to give an example of fire. fire which is burning, fire principle, is not the flames, etc. The fire principle is what? Has no connection whatsoever with what is burned. It is nothing that neither grows, not that is what gets extinguished. It is in its own swarupa. So like that it is seen afterwards in the Bhashya. So therefore, Saha means the one common entity, the one common denominator, Chaitanya, pure awareness principle, Bhunjanaha. Though at his altar, though at its altar, the bhogas, sukha, dukkha, joy, sorrow, all experience fall, it is what? Na lipyate. It is not connected. That is what? It is unconnected to them. So this is now explained by Bhashya.
त्रिषु धामसु जागृदादिषु स्थूल प्रविविक्त आनंदाख्यम भोज्यम एकम त्रिधा भूतम
Trishu Dhamasu. In three abodes. What are those? Jagrat Adishu. Jagrat is waking. Adi, Swapna, Sushupti. Adishu. And what is the Bhogya? Bhojya in these three? He says, Sthula, Pravivikta. Pravivikta means distinct from earlier Sthula gross. And Anandakhyam. Akhyam means named, called. Bhojya, the things to be experienced or enjoyed or suffered in these three abodes, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, waking, dream and deep state, he said, Sula Pravikta. So they are namely gross objects, subtle objects and Ananda. Ekam bhojyam trida bhutam. Thing to be experienced only one. Ekam. Bhojya. Trida bhutam. How it appears as threefold. What are threefold? Sthula, Prayukta, Pravikta and Ananda. Trida bhutam. Fine. In three abodes, waking, dream and deep state, three types of entities to be experienced or enjoyed or suffered are there: gross, subtle and Ananda. Further.
यश्च विश्व तैजस प्राज्ञाख्यः भोक्ता एकः सः अहम् इति एकत्वेन प्रतिसन्धानात् द्रष्टृत्व अविशेषाच्च प्रकीर्तितः.
Now, see what was told, Trishu Dhamasu Yadbhojam, that is Yascha Prakrita, that is Eka was told. Now, Trishu Dhamasu, that Bhokta one is threefold is being shown. Yascha and further, the one entity. Who is that? Bhokta. Bhokta is experiencer. Either it can be enjoyer or sufferer. That is, what are the names? Vishwa, Taijasa, Pradnya. By now you should be familiar with the Sanskrit terminologies. Vishwa, Taijasa, Pradnya, Stula, Sukshma, Ananda, etc. Vishwa, waker consciousness, Taijasa, dreamer consciousness, Pradnya, sleeper consciousness, Akhyaha, called. Ekaha bhokta. The experience is only one and the same. He may play the role of what? Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna, but entity is what? One. How do you say so? Does it appear to be so? Waker is different. For a lay person, dreamer is different. Sleeper is different, is it not? Waker, we know, we are very familiar. Dreamer, any guarantee? What you will be in the dream? What guarantee? Anybody? You can be mosquito also. I think nobody has underwent. Not impossible, okay? It's possibility is there. Possibility is there. Anything it can be. This person weighing 250 pounds in the dream, he is flying or running in a race. How do you say so? Bhashya explains. Saha aham iti ekatvena pratisandhana. Pratisandhana, anusandhana, by connecting, that is faculty of recollection, pratyabhijna. Sandhana means connecting. Connect each one. How that Tikakara nicely demonstrate. Yaha aham sushuptaha, the me who was sleeping, saha aham swapnaha praptaha. The one who was sleeping, I went to her to sleep, dream. Yasya swapnam adraksham. The me entity who had dreamt, that is aham idanim, now right now, jagarmi, I am awake in the Mandukya class. I am awake where now? I had a nap. In that, I dreamt that I was on the beach. Suddenly, big wave came, and then what? I woke up. Arey, I am sitting where? In the Mandukya Bhashya class. So, anusandhana, pratisandhana, one way is referring this as the one entity. That is saha ahamiti pratisandhana, because of faculty of recollection. So that is not only that, drashtritva avisheshatya. In these three, what are those? Roles: seer principle, knower principle, experiencer principle is one and the same. Drashta. Drashta means seer, experiencer. Like that, now you are what type of drashta? Hearer. You are seeing something, seer. So like that. So that is one and the same means, that is what Pratyabhijna is explained. The one me who was undergoing the waking state experiences, that entity only was undergoing the dream experiences, and now afterwards sleeping, again now awake. There are no three entities or there are no four entities at all. One and the same. That's why always I refer to as what? I. And if you have to refer to a particular state, I who is awake, etc., you can say. So that is drashtritva avishesha. There being no distinction, no difference between the experiencer principle, seer principle, knower principle. Sucha prakirtitaha. Prakirta is told, is described that way. Prakirta. That is, this is the explanation of the first line of this Karika. See, when you study Bhashya, you should be always finding out the connection with the original word of the Mula. It is not just a general description. So that is, for example, Trishu. I hope I told this. There is a way of connecting. Do you know why? You may not all the time remember. Trishu Dhamasu, you underline. Now or you can, but you should keep this habit. See, either you get the red pen or whatever it means. What happens? whatever that comes after Trishuddhamasu is a commentary on Trishuddhamasu. You should keep this habit. Then only it will be, anytime you read, whatever. Trishuddhamasu. What is the meaning of that? Jagridadishu sthula pravivikta anandakhyam. Then Trishuddhamasu. Just stop that. Where? Jagridadishu. Trishuddhamasu. Its meaning is what? Jagridadishu. Now see, Bhojam is not put there. Its meaning is given and then Bhojam is given. So therefore what you have to underline? Bhojam. But what you should do, reverse the arrow. You have to put arrows. See, for example, Trishuddhamasu, arrow, because it comes. Whereas Bhojam, ulta, reverse. Because why? First meaning has come. You should learn this now, because look, this is beginning of Bhashya, okay? The word. Fourth, this was a chapter is not the same at the beginning. 4 chapters you have to what? Wade through. You have to wade through. So therefore you should be, that is the skill. So you have to reverse the arrow. That is Bhojam. What is that Bhojam? Sthula. We have seen, but I am telling you how to connect it. Bhojam, Sthula, Pravivikta, Anandakhyam. That is, he says, now a general explanation is given. Ekam Trida Bhutam. It's like this. Word meaning, at times Bhashya can give you general gist of that also. At times, a complete sentence of what has been said later, depending on the topic. So, again, Yascha. The meaning is given Vishwa Taijasa Pradnyakyaha Bhokta Ekaha. So Ekaha has to be brought there, that is the Adhyara. So what is that Bhokta Ekaha? Explanation. Saha Aham Iti Ekatvena Pratisandhanat Drashtrutva Avisheshacha Prakirtita. Bhashyakara has not commented on Prakirtita. He has not given meaning of Prakirtita. He said, you are supposed to know. Why you are supposed to know? You are studying Sanskrit Bhashya, you are supposed to know it. Otherwise, what? Keep a dictionary. Find in that dictionary. Of course, Acharya will tell. Yes, it's Acharya job only. Acharya will tell. Otherwise, refer to the dictionary. Prakirtita. Now the second line is being commented.
Yaha Veda Etad Ubhayam Bhojya Bhoktrutaya Anekada Bhinnam Saha Bhunjanaha Na Lipyate.
See, Mula Karika Vedaitadubhayam yastu sabhunjanaha na lipyate. Anvaya we had seen yastu etadubhayam veda saha bhunjanaha na lipyate. See, that is what is there commented. Yaha, the entity, where the person may be, etad ubhayam veda. Veda is not commented. You are supposed to know. One who knows. Etad ubhayam, underline, meaning is given. These two. What are those? Bhojya and Bhokta. To begin with, two, but manifold. Bhojya Bhoktrutaya Anekadha Bhinnam. It is like this. As a Bhojya, entity to be experienced, it is one. But it is threefold. What are threefold? Sthula, gross, Sukshma, subtle, Ananda, happiness. Corresponding to 3 states of consciousness. That is what it is. That is what Bhojya. Bhoktrataya. As the Bhojya and also Bhokta. Again see. Bhokta, the one who undergoes experience, is one entity only, but appears threefold: Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna. So Bhojya, that is what he said, Bhojya Bhoktataya Anekadha Bhinnam. Anekadha Bhinnam is what? Come on, give me a precise word for that. Dha means many ways. Aneka means many ways. See, Aneka, you need not take many. More than one. Two also can be Aneka. Now here what is Aneka? Three. Tridha Bhinnam. Here in this context, Anekada Bhinnam is what? Tridha Bhinnam. Tridha Bhinnam. That is Bhojya, Sthula, Sukshma, and Ananda. Bhokta as Vishwa, Taijasa, and Prajna. That is Anekada means Tridha in the context here, not manifold ways, threefold Bhinnam. Saha, the one who knows this, Bhunjanaha, even if he undergoes these three levels of experiences, gross, subtle, and Ananda, say, Nalipyati, is not connected to it at all. What do you mean, or what is the benefit of not being connected to what is experienced? Good or bad? Good. How come? The melodious music is going on and you are enjoying, and that's it. Is it not good? Torturous suffering was there and you are suffering. Is it not bad? Yes or no? Be honest. Don't repeat like parrots. Nowadays it is moksha means parroting. You know what is parroting? Okay. Parroting few statements from where? Shastra. If that is the case, the parrot will Nitya Bhukta. Okay, okay, that's fine. See? So here, Bhunjanaha Nalipyate means, you know, why we suffer or get exalted? We get identified with what is experienced, joy or sorrow. Who is experiencing that? I, true. How many types of I are there? 1, 3, 4 they were told. Okay, that is fine. Agreed. But still, there are I Sopadhika, I Nirupadhika. You understood? I with the embodiment, I without embodiment. Now tell me, which one of these two is undergoing bhoga and one who doesn't undergo bhoga? Nirupadhika Atma is what? Just eliminates, makes you undergo this thing, but he is aloof. Whereas Sopadhika Jiva. You heard Mundakopanishad? Not Mandukya, Mundaka. Two birds perching on the same tree. Some people, you know, Mundakopanishad means tree and two birds. It's a good symbol of Mundakopanishad. So the Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya. So that is. Who are these two birds? Jiva and Ishvara. Jiva bird is always engrossed in the bhoga, eating the fruit. What is fruit there? Karma, phala. Ishvara bird, abhichakashihi. Aloof looks. What this idiot is doing? Who is that idiot? Jiva bird. You know what is that? What is that? Looks means what? Illumines. If Ishvara bird doesn't illumine, if Chaitanya were not, then this guy is not able to undergo the bhoga. But he is what? Not interested. Why is he not interested? And they say, and when the Jiva bird knows identity with the Ishvara bird, free from samsara. What is that identity? I am the Paramananda Swarupa. Bhoga is not required. Abhi bhoga kyun necessary? Even at the cost of roga. You know what is roga? No, any bhoga, when it crosses the limit, roga. If you control, yoga. Huh? Yoga. What do you mean by yoga? Discovery of your identity with your Sarupa. For what is that? You should have mastery over the Indriyas and the, if you have the mastery over the senses and the mind which needs the Vairagya, afterwards, Atma Jnana is Bahu Sulabham. What is Bahu Sulabham? Very easy. If this is not there, how difficult? How difficult? How is it possible? How is it possible? That difficult. So that's why Vedanta begins with what? Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadamadi, Shatka, Sampatti, Mukshutvam. See, there is a way of saying Atma Jnana is gained in Shravana. There are people who teach, they pick up this, it is a truth. Atma Jnana is gained where? In Shravana. But a clause is there. Provided. These clauses are very difficult. Like this, not the business deal. Oh, this is the backside. Micro print. You can't read that. Terms and conditions. They are safe. Nobody can read them. But if some problem comes, they will point it out. You are supposed to know that. So Shravana, Atma Vichara, self-inquiry as guided by Upanishad, yes, it gives Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, then and there, provided your Antakarana is Shuddha and Nischala. The pure and steady, for which all these are Karma Yoga, Upasana are necessary. If these are not there, you exposed to this thing, your knowledge is only paroksha, not aparoksha. See, this paroksha, aparoksha, I had, when my Brahma Sutra book was, I had sent to all my Guru Bandhus, etc., and invited any critical comments, etc. But one thing, it should be supported by what? Shastra Pramana, not simple Shastra Pramana. I have given Shastra Pramana. Prabalatara Shastra Pramana. Higher level Shastra Pramana. No hearsay. No arbitrary translation of the word to your whims and fancies. Nothing like that. One of my Guru Bandhu who was very well used, he phoned me. What is this you are repeatedly saying? Direct knowledge, direct knowledge, direct knowledge, direct. I told him, at places direct knowledge, I have written something in bracket. What is that? Aparoksha. At places, aparoksha jnana, bracket I have put what? Direct. At places, direct I have put aparoksha. But every time I can't go on doing that, you are supposed to know it. You are supposed to do it. So, and indirect knowledge. Paroksha jnana. Why indirect? So Shastra says, I have not discovered. Tell me now. Yonder the mountain, there is smoke. What you infer? Fire is there. But it is paroksha jnana. Inferred, no doubt. Paroksha, because there is a barrier there. You are not directly perceiving the fire. You are seeing the smoke because of vyapti. In that is what concomitance. You say there is what? Fire. Now here it says like that. Now here, see, Atma is so and so. In the statement of who? Shruti, you have not. Look here. Atma is Satchidananda. By simply saying, I am Satchidananda, is it okay? Vivek Chudamani gives a very good example. Somebody is owning a lot of treasure, but it is hidden under somewhere. What is to be done? First locate it, dig up. If any boulders are kept, brush aside, then claim it. Or suppose somebody is inheriting a huge property, let us say 500 crores, but it is under litigation. Can you use it? Get clearance? Afterwards what? It legitimately belongs to this person, but somehow it has gone into the litigation. So what is to be done? Like that, Satchidananda is a Swarupa. Who has brought this litigation? Ajnana. Ajnana or Maya. So what you have to do? Clear the Maya, clear the Ajnana. You are what you are. See, every time this has to get connected to what? I. Otherwise, no, everything that Upanishad says so, Mandukya Upanishad says so, Karika says so, and Bhashya says so. What about you? That you don't ask at all. That is meant for academic studies, okay. That's right. So that is how, see. If the saha bhunjanaha na lipyate means what is experienced is distinct from the entity which makes you experience illuminating principle Chaitanya. That is further explained.
Bhojyasya sarvasya ekasya bhoktuhu bhojyatvad.
See, sarvasya bhojyasya ekasya bhoktuhu bhojyatvad. It should have taken that way. Ekasya bhoktasya sarvasya bhojyasya ekasya bhoktuhu. These two words have to be taken together. Of one entity bhokta, entire bhoge is what? It becomes the bhojya. What is sarva bhojya? All bhojya. All things to be experienced. Sthula, Sukshma, Ananda. All this. Ekasya bhojya. Of one bhokta, who is that? Common entity in the Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna. Bhojatva. Then what does it indicate? Say, look here. Bhokta, experiencer, is distinct from bhojya. Simple. If you are not able to say, keep the example of sun. Illuminating sun is different from the illumined jagat. So that's it. The bhojatva. Now he explains, for an experiencer, a knower, whatever that is known, experienced, is what? Something distinct. It cannot affect that entity.
Nahi yasya yaha vishayah saha tena hiyate vardhate va.
He, because yasya yaha vishayah saha tena na hiyate va na vardhate. That is, all bhojya is for one bhokta. That points out this factor or this truth. He, because, or it is well known. Indeed, certainly, you can take that also. Certainly, yasya yaha vishaya, for any experiencing entity, whatever vishaya, experienced object is there, say, saha, saha means the bhokta, experiencer, tena, on account of the experienced vishaya, object, na hiyate, doesn't diminish, doesn't decline, doesn't wane away, nor na vardhate, doesn't increase, doesn't become gross, means unaffected. The one, but here, experiencer you have to take not as ahankara. Ahankara because of identification what? Elates and gets dejected. Chaitanya. Just as sun illumines the world, sun is not elated by marriage procession, not dejected by what? Funeral procession. Is simply what? We can say, what is the word used for this? Sakshi. Sakshi. Just impartially, he witnessed. Actually, he is not witnessing. In his presence, they get illuminated. Do you mean to say sun illumines? Is it a verb of, now look here, sun shines. This shining, is it a verb of action or verb of being? Being, not action. Do you know why? When it will be action, he should have occasion not to shine. Now shines. Oh, now very brightly because day after tomorrow New Year is coming. So sun is getting ready for what? Say, do one thing. On 1st January, when the sun rises, hello sun, happy New Year. You say, what is this year? Look, years without sun are possible. But does the sun do that? So our concept for our vyavahar, sun has, he has no, look here, sun has no day, sun has no week, no fortnight, no month, no year, no aeon, nothing. But for our vyavahara, we do that. And sun is the cause for that. Is occasion. Even seasons, is the cause for that. He is what? Unconnected, untouched. Na hiyate or vardhate, gets increased or exalted. No. How do you say so? For which an illustration is given.
Nahi agnihi swavishyam daktva kashtadi tadvat.
Like this. If you want, you take Anvaya. Svavishayam kashtadi dagdva agnihi agnihi nahi agnihi tadvat. Nahi agnihi you have to add. Agnihi nahi hiyate nahi vardhate tadvat. Adhyara has to be made there. Svavishayam kashtadi dagdva agnihi nahi hiyate nahi vardhate. That from earlier sentence, hiyate vardhate has to be added there. Adhyara, a supplementary portion, supplementary words have to be brought to make the sentence complete. Say agnihi, fire. Swa vishayam dagdva, your vishaya is fuel. Object of fire is what? Fuel. The fire having burned its fuel. Nahi hiyate, it doesn't decrease, doesn't grow. Be careful here. We are not talking about the flames. By burning flames you will get, and it is extinguished flames you will go. No. Fire principle. The fire principle doesn't get enriched by burning, and when the fire gets put off, it doesn't get depleted at all. So it is as it is. Kashtaditad. Swavishayam kashtadi dagdva agnihi nahi hiyate nahi varte. Like that, Chaitanya undergoing Sukha Dukkhatmaka Bhoga is unaffected. But you get affected when identified with the Upadhi, what is called as Ahankara, I notion. Now the next Karika shows that Sat Brahma with the Bija of Avidya is the cause of everything. Here is a doubt about what was told in Mantra 6. Pradnya was described as Eshaha Yonihi Sarvasya. Mantra 6 you can refer. Pradnya is what? Yonihi, Karana, cause, Sarvasya, of entire Jagat. The doubt is like that. Is Yoni, the Karna, is it from an existent entity or from a non-existent entity? In Vedantic parlance, that terminology is there. Is it Satkarya or Asatkarya? Prapancha is Karya. Karya means effect, something created, projected. Is it from Sat? Is it from the existent entity or Asat? Is it born from a non-existent entity? This is the doubt. For which the answer is being given. It is from existing entity. It was already there but not manifest. Now it is manifest. And he said, from a non-existing entity, nothing can be born, will be shown. This Karika.
Prabhava sarva bhavanam satamiti vinishchayaha sarvam janayati pranaha chetomshun purusha prathaka
Chetoshun Purusha Pruthak. Take Anvaya. Satam Sarva Bhavanam Prabhavaha Iti add Vedanteshu. Add Vedanteshu, continue. Vinishchayaha, add Vartate. Again, Satam Sarva Bhavanam Prabhavaha Iti, add Vedanteshu, continue. Vinishchayaha, add Vartate. Pranaha sarvam janayati, add tatha. Purushaha chetonshun pruthak, add again janayati. Pranaha sarvam janayati, add tatha. Purushaha chetoshun pruthak, again add janayati. This is what is the doctrine of Vedanta. What is that? Vedanta always says that any utpatti, any karya is produced from an existent karana, that is what? Cause. Satam, that is from or of already existing entities. Satam, actually it is of, means from. From an already existing entity, sarva bhavana, of all the entities, three entities. Who are those? Vish is the context wise. Vishwa, Bhasha will make it clear. Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna, Bhavana. Prabhavaha, Prabhava, Utpatti. Prabhava is Utpatti. Iti, so, Vedanteshu, in the Vedanta, Vinishchayaha, such firm ascertainment, Vartate is there. Means Vedanta declares that any utpatti, any effect, any karya is from an existing cause. That's all, nothing more than that. Because there are other people who says from non-existing cause, existent. What has come? Karya has come. It is very nice, From zero bank balance, you can take 5 crores. Only you have to sign a paper. Is it that? No, it's not possible. Then, who creates all this jagat? Who that? Vishva, Taisa, Prajna, and Stula, Sukshma, etc. This Bhogya. Pranaha, Sarvam Janayati. Be careful about this prana word. Long bhasha was there. Prana bandhana me so me manaha with that. Sat, with the avidya. With the cause of the creation, avidya or maya. Sat, prana. See, this is where problems can come. Suppose someone take this for PhD thesis. Prana. Who is prana? Pancha prana. So everything is born from there. Or they will say, Bhashyakara doesn't know that prana means what? Pancha pranas. So he takes as what? Brahma Sat. How is it possible? See, the first translation of Brahma Sutra Bhashya, Shankara Bhashya, is in the Max Muller series. Chief editor was Max Muller, but other editor, the editor was Dr. Thibaut. The preface says, Shankaracharya doesn't know the distinction between Ishvara and Brahma. This Mahabhaga knows. Why no? Because such problem only. Unless a specific context is demanded for Vyavahara, we don't distinguish between Ishvara and Brahma. We take Brahma as Ishvara, Ishvara as Brahma. But context demands Maya Upadhi Upahita Chaitanya. Chaitanya is Nirupadhika Brahma and Sopadhika Brahma. So he went with those, and he doesn't know that. Because other thing is there. He was influenced by Ramanuja Bhashya. It's somewhat close to Bible and all that. Because Saguna Brahma is there. Nirguna Brahma he could not assimilate as such. So it was appealing to him, so that he doesn't know that. That is how PhD is. Okay. Don't say that. I am not criticizing, okay? Many times I refer to this. At times it happens, something is there. That way you should see. I don't know other thing. Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Puttaparthi University. Topics are something of useful to the rural onwards of the people, etc. Not just for academic interest as such. Anyway, take it. In other places maybe there, I don't know much about it. So therefore I say, Pranaha, with this prana now, Sat Brahma with Ajnana Avidya Bija. Sarvam Janayati. Sarvam, everything. What is that? Achetanam Jadam Inert Jagat. Sadeva Somedamagrasit. It is otherwise. Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhuta akashad vayu. 5 elements in the inner thing from there. Okay. Whereas Purushaha, with this Purushaha, I hope you remember the Bhashya. Sat Sabija, Nirbija, Brahma was told. Without the Bija, that gives rise to what? Purushaha, that is Swayam Chaitanyatmakam, without the Avidya Bija. The Nirupadhika Chaitanya, say Nirupadhika Brahma, Chetoshu, Ansha, parts of Chaitanya. What are those? Chidabhasa. Chidabhasa in terms of Jiva. And who are those? Pradnya, Taijasa, Vishwa. Say, Pruthak Janayati. Distinctly projects. Distinctly makes, creates. What are produces? What are those? The 3 Jivas. Jivas is that. And parading as Vishwa, Taija, Pradnya. We'll see further. Om Swastik
Prajabhya Paripalayanatam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyaha Prithvi Sasya Shalini Desho Yam Shobharahitaha Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasyit Dukkha Bhave Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
Om Aham Brahmasmi. 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 Om.